Let's take an old kitchen pan and using some sandpaper remove all the paint that is on the back, because we need to work on pure aluminum. Let's take away also the handle that isn't necessary, is held in place by these two small rivets, so using a drill we can remove them very easily. I screw away now a filter in front of my camera lens. These filters are very cheap and I need to place it in the middle of the pan. I use a pencil to trace the shape of this filter all around. Follow this line right now using a drill and make a lot of holes so we can take away the middle of the pan. Push from behind and we finally made a hole. Use a file to adjust the hole, and after 4 or 5 minutes on working on this, finally is the result. A very precise hole and the filter stays just in the middle. We need to glue the filter, so using some silicone we can put it all around, and after 10 or 12 hours that the silicone dries, this is again the result. Very precise thing. I bought on eBay these 10 watt LEDs. I bought 20 of them, are very cheap, and you find the link below on eBay to buy them. I put them all around the pan, but to do something much more precise I decided to print this PDF. You find it also in the link description, and I use a hammer to punch a hole all around and follow all the lines. These LEDs have 2 holes inside, so I just have to redo also the holes on the pan using a smaller drill bit. It comes out a very precise job like this. Let's take now some screws and some thermal paste to secure the LEDs in place. The thermal paste is absolutely necessary because these LEDs gets hot. If they goes over 60 degrees probably they burn out, so I secure them on the aluminum of the pan, and I secure them also with some small screws. The pan in this case works like an heat sink and transfer the heat from the LEDs away. We secure them from the back side with a nut. As you can see, it comes out a very precise job, and it seems like a real light I can buy in the shop. Let's take now some copper cables or just some metal wire to connect all the LEDs. So I made a small ring and a bigger ring and I place it all around the LEDs. A soldering iron will help me to solder the cables all around the LEDs, on the outside and in the inside, so we have connect all the LEDs in parallel. So let's take a jack. This is a power jack and I just have to put it inside the hole where the handle was mounted. On the side I can place this little switch and I secure it on the front with his nut. To drive the LEDs we need a driver. In this case I bought a wrong one and it isn't very powerful. I bought 10 watt driver, but in this case I need 200 watt LED driver. But I prefer to use a 12 volt LED dimmer. The dimmer helps me to control the power that goes to the LEDs just using some buttons. So I connect the 2 cables to the ring, metal ring, one in the inside and one in the outside, and this is the connection you can see on the right. It's very easy. Let's take a 12 volt battery. This battery will give the power to all the ring light. So I connect the cable and the cable goes just inside the jack, and once we push the switch we can now use the dimmer to control the power, so I can use this light in any kind of light situation, if I need more light or less light depending on what type of video I'm recording. So it's very interesting. On the top there is a mode button that makes a strobe effect. As you can see, if you want to make some music video, this is very interesting. Very strange effect. So let's put all the power on like this, and we can screw the pan in front of my camera. As you can see, after we just have to make a couple of turns and the pan is secured in place. We need to plug in the jack and we are ready.
pursuits of world.
Well folks, this is the result of the ring light. As you can see, there aren't shadows on the subject because each light compensates the shadow of the offset one. These lights are very expensive. In the shop you will spend about $300. Instead building yourself one, you will spend about $40. So I made some video tests for you, some macro footage and also some extreme night tests. So probably I will almost never use this type of light in this extreme situation. I will just use it in my laboratory to film my tutorials and compensate all the shadows. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know below with a thumbs up, that is always appreciated, and I want to thank a lot also Matt from Do It Yourself Perks that gave me a lot of inspiration with this project. So if you don't know him, go to check him out. And I leave you also with my past video how to make a Flycam, a professional stabilizer for video making, recycling 2 old hard drives. So see you next week with another Do It Yourself tutorial. Ciao ciao.